This is Garrett Fry, the cemetery sequence lead for 3D digital map painting, and we're doing the shot brief for 1851. So let's take a look at this shot. We start off on the right and then settle over here on the left. So for this shot, we are going to be hitting that note of putting in gravestones. So there's several areas around here that you can put in gravestones. So the cool thing about this shot is that you can do this play of shadows. That's really why this shot looks interesting. If you take a look here at these two gravestones here, you can see these like really nice shadow shapes that are playing on each other. So when you do add some gravestones in here, it would be great to have them cast shadows on each other, and that makes them feel really nice and integrated, and adds a lot of visual interest. So go ahead and pepper in those gravestones. You have an opportunity here of maybe putting in something just a bit bigger. And then something that you can play with is putting something here, really in the foreground, and whether or not you can see it integrating into the ground, or it's kind of like off screen, and maybe we just see just a little piece of it there. But you're going to want to kind of make this so that we have our eye gets led through here, through the shot, which would be really nice. And then the last thing that you're gonna want to make sure to do, there's a little car back here. So go ahead and replace that car with a matte painting patch. So these trees are moving, and so you'll want to figure out just a little bit of a shape. You're gonna want to take part of the plate, and you're going to want to still the plate. So that means take one frame and then kind of have it transition into the plate where there's some more moving things, but this area can be a bit more static, which we do see in some places. They're not all the leaves aren't moving all at once. There's some areas where the leaves are moving a lot, and some where they're moving a little, and some where they're moving not at all. So this area just happens to be one of those areas that the leaves aren't moving at all, and will allow you to replace that little area right there. So try to replace as little as possible, just where the car is. You don't need to be getting out here or anything like that. That's really unnecessary. Before starting out on the shot, it's really important to familiarize yourself with the extensive photo reference in the library. It is worthwhile to do quick matte painting concepts so you can start to understand what kind of photography works for what particular situation. Also, make sure you're utilizing the asset library, especially for those shots that require continuity between environments. These assets can be a huge help, and remember that every asset has high resolution photography, so if the asset is not high enough resolution when rendered, you can overlay it with photography.